Okay, my question to you to start this video off is, how many of you would go on a boat naked in Sydney Harbour? Or let alone any harbour? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure you like and subscribe.
Sydney's first nudist cruise has enjoyed a spectacular day on the harbour, many wearing nothing more than sunscreen and a smile.
That's a good little line. Nothing but sunscreen and a smile. I'll be honest, when I think of nudists, I very much think of older people. That's no disrespect. I just think older people can be a little bit more free and more relaxed about it, whereas I think younger people can possibly a bit more uptight. I may be completely wrong in what I think, but let's see if there's young people and old people.
It's claimed to be therapeutic, empowering, and they're hoping it becomes Sydney's newest tourist attraction.
Sun's out, guns out, buns out.
I didn't want to do, when we were in Australia, I was too much of a wimp to do the bridge climb. But, you know, screw the bridge climb. Do the naked boat tour.
Already spoilt for its natural beauty, Sydney Harbour boasted more nature than it's used to.
It's just a really stunning thing to be a part of. It's just beautiful.
Whether younger...
You could be whatever shape, whatever body you are, you're still beautiful. Yeah.
That basically answers my question straight away, right? Amazing, amazing. Because, look, once you haven't got any clothes on, you're all the same. Doesn't really matter, does it?
Older.
We got wrinkles, we got tubby tummies.
No matter what you do for a living.
So I work for NASA and CSIRO.
I'm a baker, cake maker.
We are all naked in the eyes of those on board.
And there's no hierarchy, there's no ego, there's no anything.
Hang on. We're all naked, except that guy. Dean Crop Barefoot Charters. Everyone is naked except him. Suppose if he's in charge of the boat, he's probably got to... Well, no, maybe he should be naked as well. Just lead by example.
There's no anything.
But there are things you have to consider. The cruise left Mossman, and after that bridge detour...
Tops off, if you like, tops off.
They did, and more. Then off to Cobblers Beach in Middle Harbour. Get Naked Australia claims to boast the first cruise of its type in Sydney, and they hope it becomes one of the city's staple tourist attractions.
In our next cruise in December, we've got 125 coming. The ultimate goal would be to get a cruise liner.
They do that in Europe, but the weather there is rarely as good as this day or this harbour.
Sorry, what? Did he just say the weather in Europe is rarely this good and as rarely as nice as this harbour? What are you talking about? Have you not been to Spain, Cyprus, Greece, Turkey? Some of the harbours there are just as beautiful. I'm not saying more beautiful, I'm saying just as beautiful. And the weather is just as good. I've got to call the news reporters out on that one. I know it's being shown to an Australian audience, but that is a nonsense statement straight away. There are amazing places in Europe with very, very good weather most of the year. That's why a lot of Brits end up going to Spain, because the weather is really good most of the year. Sorry, I've got to call that one out.
In the search for a serious news angle to this story, this morning I spoke with a psychologist to ask about the benefits of public nudity, and they're not surprising. Empowerment, and it's also a good tonic for stress. It works too. I'm not even wearing a tie.
When I shed my clothes, I feel like I've shed this idea of what people are thinking of me.
And you start to forget about things that are really ingrained and that give you a lot of grief in a normal, everyday way. It's incredibly liberating.
Robert Ovadia, 7 News.
I just the thought of being nude in front of lots of people has sort of always intrigued me, because you always get TV shows and reports like this about it, but I don't know if I would have the nerve to do it. There are always the usual things I think go through people's heads when you think about nudists, and it's like, well, Do they not all just get sexually aroused? That I know for a fact that is one thing. It's not just me, I promise. But I think you just forget about it. You know, just don't get caught staring, basically. But I can understand why it would be so liberating and great for stress levels and things like that. I think it's a great idea. You just wouldn't want to do it when it's really cold, especially if you're a man. Things get smaller when it's cold. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. Let me know. Would you do it? Have you done it? Comments down below. And I will catch you next time.